Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome back to the Magpie Channel podcast. We have loads to get into this week off the back of that Arsenal defeat in the last second. Of course, we'll talk about that. There's lots to discuss in terms of what is happening with Howe's United. Why do we keep conceding late goals? But we're going to be positive as well. We're going to look forward to a big Champions League clash in Brussels on Wednesday night, and then we're straight back to Premier League action on Sunday. But before we get into that and loads more, cheers to William Hill's Final One Standing for sponsoring this podcast. Remember, Final One Standings, football's ultimate free-to-play eliminator game. I'm still in the hunt for the 200 grand keg, so I'll be taking us on a nice Champions League trip, hopefully, if I go all the way in this one. Private jet, a lot, yeah? So I'm still in that one, but if you've been knocked out, don't worry. There's new games every week, and this week, it's a 50 grand jackpot. You have to enter by Friday, 8 p.m. before this weekend's Premier League games kick off. Bournemouth Fulham is Friday Night Football. So get your predictions in then, and I'll be getting mine in once again. You can scan that QR code to get involved or hit the link in the description. Please do gamble responsibly. Remember, you have to be 18 plus to play, and it is in the UK and Ireland only. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1, keg. Well, let's have a look. Where do we really go with this? Let's just do a straight. Why do Newcastle keep on seeing last-minute goals? Because it's an absolute kick in the balls. First Liverpool, now Arsenal, conceding these last-minute losses. And I know it's, we don't want to get too silly. A lot of people online are starting to panic and get worried. Yeah. We're still in September, and let's be honest, the late goals that we've conceded is against the two best teams in the league.
It is.
It is Arsenal. Liverpool is the title contenders, so there's that to obviously deal with as well. But what's going on for you? Why do you think it is? What can we point to the reason why we keep losing in the last bloody seconds?
I mean, yeah, I think there is like a bit of overhype here. Like, I think it's just kind of keep the ball on the ground, as my dad used to say. Keep the ball on the ground.
Keep your balls firmly on the ground.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because, like you say, it is like two of the best teams in the league, but it's not like it keeps happening. I'm saying that it's happening over and over again, but yeah, it happened, second game of the season against, like I say, one of the best teams in the league in Liverpool, and it's happened this week against Arsenal, another one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
So it's not that it keeps happening. Like,
feels like
it. We've kept clean sheets in every other game in the league.
Away.
Who do we concede at home?
Well, Liverpool and who else played at home? Is it just Wolves?
Yeah. Just Liverpool and Arsenal conceded, wasn't it? In every game, home and away.
Oh, is it?
I believe so. Unless
I could. Oh, well, we've had
every
3-0. Yeah, Leeds, West.
So we've only conceded at home.
Villa and
to
Bournemouth.
Yeah, to Liverpool and Arsenal. If you want to chuck the cup games in as well, we conceded a late.
Bradford. Disgrace.
And
Barcelona.
Yeah, and we were 2-0 down to Barcelona, like another one of the best teams in the world. So it's not that we keep conceding late goals, but it is very frustrating that obviously in this one, unlike Liverpool, where we were 2-0 down and it didn't seem like we were going to get anything out of it, to almost getting something out of it and then costing ourselves a point by that late goal. With Arsenal, we're 1-0 up heading into the late stages, so we were trying to keep hold of 3 points.
Aye.
I think even a point, like going into the game, I would have been happy enough with the points. Like, I'd have taken a draw all day long before the game. That's just obviously the late goal. And it obviously had to be Gabriel Renard, and it had to be him.
Had to be Marino as well.
And
can you realise that?
Yeah. I'm not too concerned about it. Like I say, we've conceded we've kept so many clean sheets. We haven't conceded very many goals. We haven't lost too many games, only against good opposition. So yeah, I think it's just a case of, we'll get into the rest of the team shortly. The other issues that may be looming, some maybe players, maybe coaching, whatever it is. But yeah, I'm not overly concerned about it right now. I think we'll get there. I think it's growing pains with a few of the new tactics and the new players and stuff. So yeah, it's I think, like I said, keep the ball on the ground and we'll come through it. It's 8 games in total, I believe. 6 league games.
Yeah.
With Barcelona and Bradford.
Yeah.
So, 6 league games, man. We've lost 2. It's not the end of the world, man. We need to do better because most of them draws obviously could have been better. We're in the position that we're in with only, 5 points on the board, is it? 1 win and
15.
3 draws, so 6 points.
Yeah.
So, I've got 6 points in my first 6 games. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. If you think how badly we started last season, I think we were worse last season. and we won a cup and qualified for the Champions League. So I think we just need to just calm ourselves down a little bit, and we'll get into some of the other stuff that's maybe is a bit more of a concern, like say players, coaching, some of the other things that's going on in and around the club. They're more concerning things for me. But yeah, as of right now, the results and conceding a late goal to Arsenal and Liverpool, I'm not concerned at all.
I think that's a good way of looking at it because, a lot of people are seeing it as we're not winning enough. But you said it there, I suppose we're not losing that much either. It is just the old draw castle that's been back in draw castle United in full effect this season. It's Liverpool and Arsenal to home. These are two games where you're not going to look back at the end of the season and be like, that cost for top four. That cost for a Champions League place. It's not. Like, we've got a good record against Arsenal lately at home.
Oh, yeah.
Liverpool, we haven't. We never beat Liverpool, so scratch that one off anyways. No matter what we do, how well we play, how many men we've got, how many men they've got,
they always beat us. 7.
Aye, and you just look at that and you think, well, Liverpool, Arsenal, right? For me, it's obviously been the away games. A poor Villa side who are down to 10 men, start the season, we should have found a way to win there.
Yeah.
Bournemouth last week, we should have had a pen, really. So if we get that, we'll convert that. And then Leeds, me and you were there at Leeds, and that was the worst one of the lot.
Leeds
that was
shocking,
bad. That's the one you look at and you think, they deserve some, criticism.
And Bournemouth
you could have
great. I know one could have had a penalty, but it was
bad.
It was from both teams.
Yeah,
really. Same as Leeds.
Awful game.
The games in general, not just us, shocking games.
No real attack. Was there no real threat? We haven't had a game this season where I look at it, apart from Bradford, and you're like really testing the keepers. You're having a go. You're creating lots of chances. And obviously, we're going to have to adapt from Isak. We're going to have to adapt in style of play, and including Voltamada in this. And Elanga, what's that, 8 games now? No assists, no goals. We'll talk about the wingers and stuff soon. But I suppose it is just having a bit of patience and waiting for things to gel a bit more, isn't it, really?
Yeah. As Gary Barlow once said, all you need is patience.
Great tongue. Great man.
But yeah, I'm fully behind that. Like, it's more performances as opposed to results that's concerning me. Like I say, we'll get into some of this stuff shortly, but yeah, like the gelling of the team, the chemistry, the final third. Some players like Elanga, like Gordon. There's just some bigger questions ought to be asked of the personnel for me.
Well, defensively then, we have been pretty sound, but conceding those goals later on, is that a concentration thing for you? Is it what are the players meant to be doing? Because, yesterday, with half an hour to go, we start sitting back. That's too soon, man. There's no worse than inviting the pressure for me that early, that soon.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as when we played Arsenal away in the Cup last year and we played the fucking 5-5-0. It wasn't that bad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like, maybe it is just kind of like, we're just waiting a little bit too long. I think it's just because we've got no clinical instincts, really. Like, we're that bad going forward in the final third. Like, we've got very little creativity, not really a lot going on in the box. So yeah, I think we are just ending up sitting back. But against teams like Liverpool, Barcelona, and Arsenal, you cannot sit back.
No,
like, it's
not for that long either.
You're inviting the pressure. I say, we're defending a 1-0 lead going into what was Mourinho's goal, about the 83rd, 84th, yeah. With like 6 minutes of regular time to play. We're winning and we're holding up to 3 points, and we've came out of it with none. Let's say 1 before the game, I would have taken quite gladly,
especially how the game panned out.
Yeah, so I'd have been buzzing with a point. We could have got 3. Obviously, there's some controversial decisions along the way as well that went against her. But yeah, I don't know, because we are doing well. So I don't feel like I can really criticize the defenders for how many clean sheets that we've had. Yeah, I know most of them were 0-0s, but like I said, the defense is doing their job. It's just the lads in the final third aren't really particularly doing theirs too well. So yeah, defending, you can't really complain too much. Like, we conceded 2 against Arsenal, 2 against Barcelona, 3 against Liverpool. So that's 6 goals in 3 games against 3 of the best teams in the world. Every other game, we're sound. Like, we're keeping clean sheets. We kept a clean sheet to Villa, Wolves, Bournemouth, whoever else we've played.
Leeds,
aye. So yeah, it's not that bad. And we've had a little bit of rotation. Hopefully Tino's all right. Like, the news about his injury hasn't come out yet.
Talk about soon.
But Botman and Chow are looking really good.
Oh, Malik Chow.
Yeah, like we've lost Shaw. He's been out for the last couple of games with concussion. But Malik Chow and Sven Botman like, I mean, Botman's looking back to his best. Like, we had a conversation a few weeks ago about what to do with him. I think maybe it's even just before the transfer window closed. Like, some people are thinking sell him because A, injury prone, B, when he comes back, he's short on fitness, struggles to get back to it. He's level before getting injured again. And Chow, who's spent a little bit of time on the bench, like waiting for his moment. They've both stepped up and they're both looking absolutely fantastic. And it gives Eddie Howe a decision to make because Dan Burns done nothing wrong. And neither has Fabian Shaw, apart from his concussions, held him out, giving the other lads a chance. So, yeah, I mean, defensively, we're doing well. And I haven't got any complaints, but it is maybe he's just keeping it going until the final whistle. Like, we maybe do just kind of drop our heads a little bit, or it's just a slight lapse in concentration right towards the end, like in crucial areas. Like, and maybe teams sense that. Maybe teams sense that we're getting a bit tired. Maybe it's maybe it's the older legs of Trippiers, Burns, and Shaws that's maybe letting me down a little bit. Like, I don't know what it is, but yeah, like I said, it's not a huge concern for me as of right now. But as time's going to go on, if this happens another 2-3 times, then it's going to be a major cause for concern.
I think maybe jumping the gun a bit with the concern thing, but that's just the way that a lot of people are feeling. But we need to get a bigger sample size. For me, it is still only 6 games in the Prem. It is only just about still September. But a big consensus yesterday online was that we're trying to shoehorn too many defenders in. You mentioned Botman doing well there. Is it a case of this 5 at the back that we've been doing a lot this season is kind of limiting the forward play? We've seen that in the lack of goals we've scored, really. So is that an issue, trying to play the 5 at the back, trying to accommodate Botman, Bain, Chow, getting everyone in there when you see Shaw's out? And obviously Lewis Hall is meant to be fine. Seen him before, actually, in Costa.
Why was he out?
Exactly. He wasn't injured. Eddie Howe was asked about it, and they said, he's just managing his minutes. He says he should be back for the Champions League. Wasn't even in the squad.
I was going to say he should at least be on the fucking bench.
At least be on the bench,
mate. You can manage minutes from the bench.
Funny enough, Tino ends up getting injured, and then that would be a perfect opportunity to bring him on.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that.
Or is he covering for him? Is he actually injured? Because it does seem strange to leave him entirely out of the matchday squad.
Yeah, I didn't get that. But
the 5 at the back thing, though.
I really, 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 really hate this 5 at the back.
Stinks.
I can't stand it. Like, back end of last season, it almost cost us Champions League. Like, Man United beating Villa, doing us a favour, kept us in the Champions League because we played against Everton. I'm sure we played against Chelsea where we won, and then Arsenal where we're... What was the score against Arsenal away right at the end of the season? I can't remember.
Could be 2-0.
It was quite close. I was going to say 1-0. Might have been 2-0. I can't remember. But yeah, we got beat at the Emirates where, barred the cup win last year, we haven't won in the league in, 15 years. So it's not a place we've got great success. Done well against Chelsea. The Arsenal game, to be fair, I don't think any game was great. Let's say we got the result against Chelsea. We didn't expect much against Arsenal. Performances weren't amazing, but it was okay. Then Everton was an absolute shit show.
Terrible.
But yeah, since we've been playing it for the last few weeks, I really, honestly cannot stand it. And I kind of get and respect Eddie Howe for trying something different because maybe it's expected. Like, he's for the past 3-4 years, however long he's been here. Yeah, 4 years.
4 years in October.
Yeah,
end of October.
4 years he's been here and
November.
pretty much played the same way, like 4-3-3. So it's maybe it's predictable. I think even like the personnel is probably predictable at this point. Like your midfield 3, you know who it's going to be.
Yeah, nah.
Maybe there's a few more questions now about fullbacks and centre backs and your wingers. But yeah, probably last year the team pretty much picked itself. Like it was predictable, and teams could probably prepare for it. So I respect that he's maybe trying to do something a little bit different. Maybe he's like rotated slightly like each week as well, so keeping teams guessing. But it doesn't work. Like the 4-3-3 worked. Like, and teams obviously were preparing for it because week in, week out, we were playing the same formation, same starting 11, and we were still winning games. Like teams weren't prepared enough for just how good we were in that system. So yeah, he's trying it now, and I get him trying to spice it up and trying something different, but it's anti-spicy.
It is.
It's got no flavour.
No, it's not.
No flavour at all.
Dry.
Peri plain.
Oh,
you didn't like the peri plain,
the extra hot. But
a bit of mango and lime myself. But
I don't mind that.
A bit of flavour.
Yeah,
anyway,
a bit of flavour.
This 5-4 bollocks crap.
This is just
plain as day.
Plain chips from the chip shop. No salt, no vinegar,
no
butter.
No sauce on your pita.
No curry sauce. Awful. But I think we need to go back to the 4-3-3. Like absolutely. I really do. I just think.
I think it's good that we've got them players. Like say, like there's people now fighting for a spot, which is great. Like we've got two wingers in both the right and left positions fighting for a place. We don't actually really know right now who our number one is, and I don't give a shit. Like as long as Eddie Howe knows who his number one is on a game by game basis, depending on how they've done in training, depending on fitness. Like it's good that we've got options, and that goes for both fullback positions and both centre back positions. We've got good options, so it doesn't have to be the same team week in week out. So you can still surprise teams by team selection, but just the five at the back just does not work. Like I don't like it at all.
Don't like it. We didn't like five at the back in the Brucey.
Literally, we're going back to the Brucey days. Yeah, I'm not having that.
We didn't want five at the back under Eddie, especially when the 4-3-3 just worked so well. It isn't broke. It didn't make sense.
Like it didn't need to be changed. Like why have we, like say like,
certain games, like you said, fine. Certain games, Arsenal win, things like that, fine.
To spice things up, but yeah, it just doesn't work, man.
So certain games are fine, but at home, certain teams, no. And yesterday pissed me off. Half an hour ago, you're sitting back. The inevitable is going to happen. They're at least going to equalise. We're seeing that, and then they go on to get the winner right at the death. So I just don't like it for me. I just think keep playing your own game, try and get another one, and then you're in the clear. Yeah, because 1-0 we know is the most dangerous scoreline in football. We've got Chippers 1990 here making some well, some would say some good points, but some points here of his own there where he's not happy. 1 win in 16, obviously going back to last season there, I don't know if he's counting pre-season, well, I guess pre-season was stinking.
No, I wouldn't really count pre-season, but yeah, that was a bit of a shit show.
And again, I've seen this a lot, and we're going to talk about this, is the wingers at the club, because he's saying there as well, our wingers this season only had 2 assists, both Murphy. Sums it up, F all from them. And, I think it's Newcastle spent, 160, 180 million, something like that on wingers.
Oh, God, I don't
know. In the past few years, we're talking Barnes, talking Gordon, we're talking Alanga now. Well, there's like 150, 160 million. Yeah. They're both about 50 million apiece. So you've got those, whereas the best winger, not even just like arguably, it's factually, really, and statistically, is Jacob Murphy still. He's the one that's literally still putting numbers on the board. Alanga, I've been disappointed in him so far. Maybe yesterday comes on at one bright moment where we should have had a pen. We'll discuss that soon. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was it a pen? Was it not? For both teams. And we're just waiting for a bit of end product more from Anthony Alanga. 55 million. We haven't seen enough of it. We've seen him against Barcelona. I thought he had a brilliant game. Gordon misses a sitter. Barnes misses a sitter. Puts on a plate for both of them. They should do better. Murphy's obviously been having some good deliveries to Nick Voltamada, particularly for his first goal against Wolves. But yeah, Barnes this season, he's just had a ban as well. You know what I mean? He's obviously not getting enough kip because he's been poor. Anthony Gordon, though, this is the one I want to talk about, Keg. What is going on with Anthony Gordon? Because someone can put a stat in there. I forgot what it was. The last time he had a goal or even an assist is a good amount of games gone since that. And for me, I can't remember the last time he had a good game. I can't remember the last time he had a good game. It was way before Brighton when he got sent off in the FA Cup.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah.
So you're talking maybe last February? Did he have a good game last
January, February?
Yeah, so we're not far off a year of him having like a. And it's because he set great standards in those first seasons or two.
Yeah,
he was amazing for the first couple of years, but he just hasn't been at it for a while now, like for a long while.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like when he got that red card against Brighton. Obviously, he missed like 3 games, like right up to the cup final. Then he injured his hip, I think, on international duty as well. So he missed a few more games because of his injury. And Barnes took his place and didn't give him it back. Like Gordon had to wait his turn because Barnes was class at the back end of last season. Like he was really, really good keeping Gordon out. And Gordon had done out wrong, apart from getting a silly red card and an injury. But yeah, Barnes was keeping him out. But now Barnes isn't really playing well. And Gordon isn't really either. The one thing that I would kind of give Gordon a little, again, I'm speaking about patience and just trying to understand and trying to kind of put like a positive spin on it, sort of, is that, what would you say, how many games were in? 8 games?
6 games in the league, 8 games is all comps.
So he's missed 3 of them. So he's only played 5 games, and 3 of them were up top, where we're now shit.
Oh, true.
So he's only played 2 games as a left winger.
Mm-hmm.
If that, maybe it's only 1 or 2 games all season
and
in his
both
actual out-and-out position.
Both against Liverpool and Arsenal, the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but was he not up front against Liverpool? Because that was
oh yes, he would have.
That was pretty
yes, he would have. I would have.
I think it was only was it Bournemouth? Now he's injured again, so maybe it's only once.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he was out for Wolves.
Bradford. He's not against Bradford.
He's back for Bradford.
So, yeah, so Bradford and Arsenal were the only 2 games he's played as a left winger so far this season. And so that's why I'd maybe give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt. Like, he's not a number 9. Him being played up there and being shit isn't really his fault. There's just nothing else we could do. Like, obviously, Isak was still on strike and Valdemar hadn't came in yet. Wisa's injured and whatnot. So, yeah, I'd kind of give him the benefit of the doubt in that sense. But no one else is really playing well either. So I think I would go to, again, the growing pains. Like, maybe it's a thing about the formation change. Maybe it's Eddie Howe's asking them to do something a little bit different. But maybe it's also that they're not confident in how to play the front line anymore. Like, over the last couple of years, it's been solid and we were guaranteed goals. Everyone was pitching in because I was just like a chemistry. Everyone was working well together. But we brought Alanga in, and Alanga came because he wanted to be teeing up Alexander Isak.
Swedish compatriot.
Yeah. So obviously Isak Gunn's really been a big hindrance. Maybe that's kind of upset Alanga's like development into the club. Like, maybe he's like people maybe just don't know how to use Valdemar because he's a different type of player to what Isak is. And I think Eddie Howe said that yesterday after his press conference. It's just kind of working out how to use him and what his best style of play is, what his strengths are. And then that's up to Murphy, Alanga, Gordon, and Barnes to figure that out between them. So with the rotation and Gordon obviously playing most of his games through the middle and not playing enough on the left, meaning Barnes has played loads but hasn't played well. Like, I think it's just still just trying to click. Like, we just haven't clicked yet. It's just a lot of like figuring it out. And Valdemar isn't even 90-minute match fit.
Nah.
Like, he hasn't played 90 minutes yet, which is really frustrating.
Turned to shit a bit when he came off yesterday.
It did, yeah. So that's something else that has to come back. Like, obviously, would like Wisa back,
yeah,
and would like Valdemar to be 90-minute match fit. By the time that happens, give Gordon a few more opportunities, give Alanga a few more opportunities, and by 3, 4, 5, 6 games time, we should have that click. But what are our results going to be in the games before that? Like, we can't really be afforded like losing points too much. And again, that gets early. It's still a small sample size. It's not maybe panic rooms just yet. But if we keep dropping points, if it's more 0-0s or last minute consolation, losing the game, what we're going to be in? We're going to be in by November by that time. Like, have we got that time to wait? Like, so yeah, it's just more like,
well, we haven't really, have we?
Yeah, it's just kind of like smoothing, like ironing out the cracks a bit at the minute.
This is what happens, and this is why we do have to develop the Gary Barlow patience, because we didn't have the pre-season where you'd hopefully have had Valdemar and the Isak thing dealt with and these players through the door earlier, so we could have a run of games with them, plenty of training sessions with them. And obviously, nothing's plain sailing at Newcastle. The setback of Wissa getting injured is a real blow, because if you look at yesterday, and I said this on the FTV in the interview, like, if it's Wissa replacing Valdemar in half an hour, there's nothing to say that we can't even go on to score another goal. Never mind just fend off the Arsenal attack in a way. But when Asula comes on, and no disrespect to him, really, he did a great performance against Bradford, but again, we're waiting for those type of performances in the Prem.
Yeah, he's class against Bradford and Bromley.
Great. What's that, League One? Do you know what I mean? Like, and we'll hope he kicks on, but when you've got, why just a Wissa there to bring on, and you'll stretch Arsenal's defence, you could hit them on that counter. Is he going to do a bit of better movement for when Alanga was trying to nick forward? Like, it could have a different story, but we have to deal with the players we've got at the minute, and that's the hand we've been dealt, where these players are injured, or that saga played out and the transfers did happen, and it's all just waiting for things to click and gel. But the issue is you don't get time in modern day football.
No,
Look, we're playing again in less than 40 hours time in the Champions League, and then again that game, and we'll touch on it a little bit at the end of the show, is a massive one against Forest on Sunday in the Prem. Because that'll be when it starts to get a bit sticky and a bit more, voices will be a bit louder about the concerns and stuff if we fail to beat them at home. Because, Ange hasn't won a game yet. The Mackin's beat them at their place over the weekend. But yeah, we'll wait for the end of the show on that one. What else did we have in the old notes there? I guess it's a bit of what we said earlier, really, like, are Newcastle going for it enough in games? Are we being brave enough? For me, we're seeing against Barcelona, no, team selection was wrong.
Yeah.
I think he should have started Voldemort instead of Gordon. We've seen that. He missed a chance early on. Yeah. Bournemouth as well, away from home. We didn't do anywhere near enough. It's kind of like we just went there to play for a point and get a draw and move on. And then also yesterday, you 1-0 up. You know, you're starting to control the game a little bit more than the first half when we got bad. We missed the odd chance. And then we're half an hour to go. They just think, right, well, we'll just set up shop now and that'll do. We'll try and defend. And it's like, well, you're not going to be able to defend, man. Look at Man City last week. They tried to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. They try to defend and they end up conceding a late equaliser. We do both. We concede a late equaliser and a draw. Do you think Newcastle have lost a bit of that bravery? I've seen the comments tonight. People are saying there, you know, where's the intensity is our identity?
Yeah. I think it's just a lack of confidence for me. Like, I think it's a mixture of everything that I was saying before. I think Eddie Howe trying something new, lack of confidence, like Gordon not playing enough in his natural position, Valdemar still adapting to the Premier League but not being match fit, Alanga still adapting to his new team, and Barnes has been poor. I just think it's just. I think it's I think it's more than just maybe what we're seeing on the field. I think maybe's mentally. I think there might be something going on in the dressing room. I think the whole Isak saga has divided the dressing room. Yeah, because like I say, Alanga came here to play with him. Voldemort has had to step into big shoes. So I don't know. Like, you don't know who was on Isak's side and who wasn't. Like, there was a couple of people comments. Gordon was one of them. I think Kraft might have been as well, which was expected as an international teammate. I can't remember who else commented on. I think Botman liked the post. So yeah, I don't know if there's just been a little bit of a divide. Maybe but it's a number of things. I don't really know if there's one thing you can put your finger on. I think it's a accumulation of things. Like the new formation, the new ideas, new players. Yeah, like some people like Gordon being suspended, playing out of position. Like there's just a lot of things that it's been a difficult start of the season. On the field, and I really do think mentally there's a lot of things going on off the field as well. So I don't know. It's just tricky at the moment. But I suppose the best thing is that it hasn't been terrible. Like all those 0-0s, while they're boring, at least at points on the board, and we've been keeping clean sheets. Like if we were lost to Leeds away or Bournemouth away, where we tend to lose, to be fair, it draws a great result when you get away to Bournemouth for us because we kind of beat them.
When I seen that team and had 7 changes, I was like, we were winning this.
As soon as I seen it was 5 at the back, I gone, this is gonna be like Leeds. And I was absolutely bob on. Like as soon as I seen this, the 5 at the back, I was like, we're gonna play exactly the same as we did against Leeds, and it's gonna be 0-0. Spot on. It's so predictable, absolutely predictable. But yeah, like at least like we kind of got them. Like Villa away on paper, first game of the season was a tough game. I know they've like had a bit of a shit start of the season, so in hindsight, you'd think like it would have been good to beat them, but we didn't have a striker. That was obviously a big issue. We know if we had an Isak or a Valdemar, things could have been a little bit different, or a Wissa, or even a fucking Callum Wilson for that matter. Like if someone's
got West Ham,
if someone actually played up front, we probably would have won that game. So yeah, like things aren't terrible, but yeah, these growing pains on the field and whatever's going on behind the scenes needs to be ironed out within the next few weeks.
What do you think we do to get that zip again going forward? You know, is it the case of Murphy should start because again he's the only one that's getting things? Does Alanga have to work his way back in? What are we doing on the left? Because like you said, Gordon hasn't necessarily played many games there with his suspension. Barnes hasn't quite been anywhere near the form that he was last year, to be fair. I mean, the funny thing is with Barnes, right, he gets a lot of stick, and sometimes you watch him, he does nout, but he can just pop up with a screamer and win the game.
Yeah, he does. He put that assist in for Alanga, didn't he? Osula against Bradford later on, like the ball into the back post. That was a good little ball. So at least he's got an assist. Like I know people aren't really going to count it because it was in the Carabao Cup against Bradford. But
but it's more than Alanga.
I was going to say he's got an assist. It's more than Alanga, and I'm pretty sure it's more than Barnes as well.
More than Gordy,
Yeah, so I think at the minute, because 15th in the league with 6 points, play to your strengths, play your best informed players. It's getting you results. So on the right, it's Murphy. Got to be Murphy. On the left, I say Barnes has got that 1 assist, which is more than some of them. But as we mentioned, Gordon hasn't played many games there before. He's only like just the last 2 games he's been playing in his actual natural position. Other times he's either being suspended or playing up front. So do you give Gordon more time try and get him back into playing as a left winger now that we've got a Valdemar in that we didn't have pre his suspension. So yeah, I'd maybe go with that because I think on paper last year you would pick Gordon over Barnes. And Murphy was my only right winger, so there wasn't really much of a fucking choice. Obviously, post selling Almiron, but even pre Almiron, you still would have picked Murphy. Yeah. So yeah, now you've got that Alanga signing, 55 million. You want him to play because he's young and he's fast and he's energetic and he's electric, but he just hasn't done it yet.
Do you think that's a confidence issue as well? Like once you get to one, he may kick on.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, obviously, we fucking hope so. But
you'd want to hope so. But yeah, at the minute, Murphy's getting the assists. Murphy's actually delivering some end product at the minute. So you've got to go with what's working. And right now, that's Murphy.
And fair play to him. Keeps doing his job, Murphy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Keeps turning up, keeps doing the business. But did the referee do his business yesterday, Kay? Did he do his job? Because it was funny. I was watching DR Sports before, and obviously I was with Robbie in the box yesterday. Make sure you check out the vlog if you haven't seen it already. There's some great footage of me trying to round Robbie up and having a good game of it until the stoppage time. And then obviously Newcastle fans below, so really giving it to the Arsenal away end above us. So make sure you have a look at that vlog. But he's saying the referee got every decision perfect. He's saying it was VAR that got it wrong because VAR didn't accept the referee's decision for their penalty. So let's start off with that decision. Pope on Gyökeres. Is that a penalty for you?
At first sight, Stonewall.
Yeah.
And probably a red card as well. I thought that's what they were going to VAR for because I was watching the game at home. I wasn't at the game yesterday.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought it's a definite penalty. Is he going to VAR to check if it's a red card or not? Because I'm pretty absolutely bob on that it is. And Pope's off and we're going to have to make a sub and Ramsdale's going to come on. But, yeah, like when I heard I heard it on the commentary before they went to VAR and said, like, I think they're checking to see if Pope got a touch. I was like, did he fuck? In real time, it didn't look like he got a touch at all. But when you see the replay, I was like, he did. So
he did. His toe touches it.
It's not that you cannot give a penalty for that. Like there's a collision afterwards, but you cannot give a penalty for that. It's like when you touch the ball first and the ball goes away, so it wouldn't have been a red card anyway because Pope touched the ball and it went away from Gyökeres, he wouldn't have scored anyway. So if he did give the penalty, he couldn't have given a red card. But yeah, he got the touch. So how can you give a penalty? Do
you know what it is? Last week, Voldemar at Bournemouth gets his shirt pulled, doesn't make a meal of it, and you think, you've got to go down there.
Done it again yesterday.
And, yeah, Voldemar said in his post-match interview, probably I should have hit the ground when Gabriel punches in the face. We'll talk about that next. But on that decision of the penalty, Gyökeres is too dramatic. He goes for it too much. He dives too much. He makes a meal of it. He goes too far over.
Yeah, there is a big collision, though. It's like the knees. Like I think the knees collide. So I think that is contact there. I think Gyökeres does make a bit of a meal of it, but there is certain contact. So, yeah, that's why I think there was no question in my mind it was a penalty until you say that Pope gets a touch before that collision. Yeah. I think if it's a collision then touch, it's a penalty all day long.
I think VAR did his job there for once.
Yeah, it did.
And it was nice. It was refreshing to see him go over at the monitor as well and then go for it.
Normally they're giving an L when he went to the monitor.
It's a cool waste I
thought it was going to be a penalty.
That was the first time I've ever seen him actually go over and be like, yeah, I got it wrong, fair enough.
Yeah.
First time I've ever seen it, but I think that then kind of goes against Newcastle in the end for our penalty decision. Because for me, I feel like they think, well, we didn't give Arsenal, so we can't give Newcastle's.
Yeah,
because the handball on Gabriel, it was Gabriel, wasn't it?
Yes,
from Alanga?
I think so. Yeah.
He's at the centre of everything.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it's typical for him to get the goal because he was at the centre of the punch and Voldemar in the face.
Punches, pains, yeah.
So it's typical for him to get the winner in the end.
So you look at that and you think, well, immediately, penalty. Hits his hand in the box. I had the Arsenal trying to say to me, wow, it's a natural position. Yes, it's up in the air. But he's sliding. How's he meant to slide without putting his hand in the air? But it's a bit out of the way, isn't it? For it to go that far high. Like, for me, that was a penalty. That's got to be a penalty. But I feel like the ref, VAR, whatever, because of the onslaught of the Arsenal lot, the Arteta lot, maybe some press, maybe some whispers in the ears at half-time, like, you didn't give that penalty. It's everywhere now. It's controversial. The thought, it is, there's 5 minutes left of this game. We're not going to give a penalty to Newcastle after a lot of people think we should have given one to Arsenal. Because they're trying to say letter of the law, hits his shin first, then his hand, all that nonsense. It's a handball. At the end of the day, it's a handball. It's a pen.
that's the thing that I didn't really kind of understand. Like, I'm not a referee. I don't really know that rule, but again, like listening to the commentary during the game, when they were looking at it multiple times as the VAR decision was ongoing, they'll keep talking about, does it hit Gabriel's ankle or does it like come off of him? And if it does, then it's probably not going to be a penalty. So for that, I don't know. Like, if that is the rule, it did hit him first. So I guess it's not.
Shite rule.
It is a shite rule, but like, he's almost up there.
Yeah.
Like, it's an unnatural position.
If he was sliding
How many
by
times
side,
are you
then you'd
giving
be like,
them?
oh, you
Yeah.
panic.
But you see people do slides. Like, some
And
people
it still
do
gets
slide
given?
with their hands behind their back.
Aye.
So, yeah, like, your arm was miles high, whether it came off your ankle or not. Whatever the rule is, it's a shit rule if you spoke to, like, a Dermot Gallagher or a Mark Clattenburg or something, and they've said, like, the rules state that is not a penalty because it hit Gabriel's ankle first, then it's a fucking shit rule. But, so, yeah, with my common understanding of the officiating, when your arm's in an unnatural position, which that was, doing the fucking YMCA while he's sliding, like, hit his hand, blocking a shot, it looked like a penalty to me.
Yeah.
But like I say, I don't know the rules anymore. Like, football's rules, I've gone backwards from the good old 90s.
When it was just plain and simple.
Yeah, no.
We just knew what it was.
so,
It wasn't
yeah.
like, is that being interpreted that way, or is that imperfect? Nah, just handball.
Just give it
Handball in
away.
the box, just penalty.
So yeah, I don't know the rules on that one, but it's certainly, judging by his hand position, looked like a stonewall to me.
And as Aaron's saying here, his hand impedes the ball, stops it going to the centre for a potentially tap in. It's penalty all day. That's as simple as it gets.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
It
should be.
literally doesn't
It
need.
should be.
Doesn't need
but-
any more.
Yeah.
Changes the trajectory of the ball. Someone's saying there. It's mad. It's absolutely mad. But what was even more mad, which I actually missed at the time, to be honest with you, was the punch on Gabriel from Gabriel on Nick
Yeah.
Voltemada.
You wouldn't have seen it if you were there.
No, and like
off the ball.
I didn't see much of it like at the time either, like on the phone or in the box on the TV and stuff. No one was really mentioning it. And that's maybe the referee as well. He could get away with not seeing it. It's like other things that happen in the game.
That's where
VAR steps in. That's the whole point of VAR, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
to make sure these things don't go amiss. You've got violent conduct, clear as day, punch in the face, and it's not even like an ongoing motion, and it's a interaction that's just happened as he was.
Yeah, it's not like a bit of like tussles.
It's not. He just looked at him, and he actually looks at him, and then does that.
Square
He
jobs
clenches his fist, and it's not like he doesn't absolutely full on dig him like Derek Chisora, but he does a little.
It's enough.
It's enough. It's not even just a little shove. It's not even a little elbow.
It's a fist in the face. Yeah.
It's like clearly looks at him, little dig, and VAR's got to step in. Look at that. Voltemada does complain to the referee. So why, once that's been complained, isn't there a little stoppage at the next opportunity to check it with VAR? That's pathetic, man. It's an absolute disgrace that didn't get checked for me.
Yeah,
Absolute disgrace.
And like what you mentioned before, like Voldemort, it is almost too honest in both of those games. Like everyone else does it.
Needs to learn about the league.
I was going to say diving and theatrics isn't a common thing. Like, yes, it's great sportsmanship from the young lads. Like, you've kind of got to give them that. You've got to like hold your hands up and say, fair play for not throwing yourself on the ground like a little tart, like most of the people in the league. But like they were even saying it in the box afterwards, like Jamie Redknapp and Les Ferdinand. Like Les Ferdinand was trying to say, like, you don't condone diving. That was in absolutely no way, shape, or form saying like you want to see that in football, because you don't. The exact opposite. You don't want to see people trying to bribe the referee. But if he did have gone down, it would have had to have been reviewed.
Yeah, he should have just made
it
an
would
absolute
have definitely
meal
been a
deal.
red card. So if he did,
Rolled around 7 times.
yeah,
The
shirt pull against Bournemouth as well. Like both things. Like I honestly shake Nick Voldemar's big dick hand and like respect your honesty and your sportsmanship, but you've got to learn to play dirty.
Yeah, you do, man. He's got to learn the ropes. Got to learn the league.
Luis Suarez's book.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, look at the some of the best teams. Liverpool do it now. Man U did it back in the day. Chelsea have done it under Mourinho. You have to do it. And Newcastle have done it under Howe. The dark arts is what Arteta normally says.
Shithousery.
So if you feel some contact, hit the deck, make a meal of it, try and get the man sent off, because that's the best. Otherwise,
especially if you've been punched in the face.
you try and do the honourable thing,
I
and
think
it
it's
doesn't get you.
because, like Les Ferdinand and Jamie Redknapp were saying, I think it's because he hasn't gone down.
Yeah,
They haven't
I
looked at
thought,
it.
it mustn't be anything then.
Yeah, but if he did, they probably would have had to review it. Like if he made a bit of a meal of it, then yeah, they would have been VR would have been forced to intervene, and it absolutely 100 million% would be a red card. You can't go around jabbing folk in the face.
And then I'm not sure what the score was at that point. We 1-0 up. Where because it was just after, I think, Baltimore.
Yeah.
So yeah, listen, he goes on to bloody score the winner. Of course he does. So that should have went to VAR, and that should have been checked. Of course it should have. And then when they checked that, surely they can't find a way around not giving it, because there was absolutely no need for it. But before we get on to the whole where we are in the league at the minute, Nick Pope, right? It's mental, this keg, because in the first half he shows he's one of the best at shot stopping, which we've all said for a long time. If it was 1987 and he was playing for fucking Brian Clough, he'd be the best goalkeeper in the world. He'd be the best keeper in the world, because he just the shot stop in that first half was immense.
Yeah.
Some world class saves from Ezes, on everyone.
Yeah,
he kept everyone out. He kept everyone out. He was tremendous. We've seen it before. Even this season, we're all complaining about the lack of creativity and attack and goals, but he's kept a few clean sheets already. He's right up there, I'm sure, in the stats and the data. But what we've seen the second half is why we've cried out for change. Why we're trying to sign James Trafford. Why we have signed ex-Arsenal goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, who surely will get a chance soon. Let us know what you think in the comments. Is it time to mix things up? Because, I've seen a lot of people go really hard and criticize Nick Pope, but for me, if it wasn't for him, we would have been 2 or 3-0 down in the first half.
Yeah.
However, those saves are then kind of redundant because of what he does in stoppage time. Given the ball away cheaply like that, normally he never has the impetus to try and release someone quickly.
Yeah.
It's good that he did try, I guess, but it wasn't the right timing. When it's the 94th minute and we're under the cosh, you just sit on the ball for a minute and have a breather. Fair enough if Elanga was one-on-one and he was trying to release him. He tried to release Elanga when there was 3 Arsenal players around him. Unless that ball is inch perfect over the top to a T, which it never is going to be.
It's never going to
be. With Nick Pope's distribution. Never in a million years. Why has he done that, man?
Yeah.
The best of Pope in the first half, the worst of Pope in the second half, summed him up that game. So now, should we go with Ramsdale, who, hard to say if he's a better shot stopper than Nick Pope or not, debatable, but he's definitely better with his feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, back in day, Nick Pope would have been a great goalkeeper because he is a phenomenal shot stopper. But like I said, this is why we wanted Trafford, why I wanted Mamardashvili, why I wanted all the other goalkeepers that would be within the past, and potentially you would have thought the reason why we signed Ramsdale, or at least to compete, maybe in training every day, Nick Pope's winning his job. Maybe he's proven more to keep his job as the number one, obviously. But yeah, I don't know now, because he's a great shot stopper, but it is the age old issue. I normally laugh, every time he boots the ball out of play, I just come to laugh now. I do.
Beyond.
It's just there's another fucking Nick.
Oh, there's Nick.
There he is. There's one, Nick.
Wearing his bloody...
There's one for a young'un in the crowd. There you go. So keep that. Merry Christmas.
He's got his flip-flops on. He's booted into Rosette again. Cheers, Nick.
It's just comical at this point, but man, I don't think Ramsdale's any worse of a shot stopper. I think Ramsdale's a very good goalkeeper. Is he a massive improvement with his feet? I think he's somewhat. I don't think he's massive. I think he's all right. But
he got caught out with Arsenal a few times as well, didn't he?
Yeah. So how did the balance out? How do you find the middle ground? If Pope's a better shot stopper, okay, fair enough, he may be. But Ramsdale's better with his feet. Yes, he may be. What's the middle ground? If you want to kind of rank it out, who wins?
I want to see Ramsdale now.
I do.
And then see him for 5.
It's more than just
Bradford, 5. Yeah, see him for a string of games, 5, 6, 7 games, and then we can maybe compare.
Yeah. So yeah, it is obviously frustrating. Like I say, he doesn't do a lot wrong in terms of shot stopping. Nick Pope, like I say, he's done really, really well in the opening 20 minutes or something. Like, particularly Eze was having a really good go.
Class man, isn't he?
So yeah, I was thinking this is gonna be a long day. This, like, I felt good for Arsenal. I was thinking, you are gonna win this game, yeah. Like, but,
yeah,
but yeah, Nick Pope done really, really well. But yeah, I don't know. But when do you introduce him? Because Ramsdale got his chance at Bradford, which we all knew he would. That was going to be the one rotation that you could have guaranteed on that day.
Maybe Forest.
I don't know. Would he do it in the league or Champions League? Like, would he do it against Union SG? We've got
Depends how you want to play, really.
I was gonna say, like, go back to what I was saying about like Murphy over a Lang guy. Like, you play with who's doing best. And so far, like, how many clean sheets has Pope got?
It was 3 and 4 at one point, wasn't it?
That's what he'll be judged on. We haven't conceded many goals this season.
Maybe 3. 3 would have got 3 away games.
Yeah. So,
4 actually was as well.
Yeah. So he's done all right. Like, I just don't. You've just got to think, how far will Eddie Howe see his distribution as a big cause for concern? Because that's when
massively after the fucking 96-minute yesterday.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know. Is that going to be enough for him to think, right, we'll go in a different direction? We'll give Aaron Ramsdale a run of games?
I mean, it has to, because obviously Eddie Howe's been wanting to keep her for years.
He has.
He's wanted to keep her played out from the back.
Yeah, and was Ramsdale the answer? I don't think he ever really was.
No.
Like, he was
Trafford must be
kicking kind of a consolation because we couldn't get James Trafford. Yeah,
and look at Trafford now on the bench.
I know.
Donnarumma.
But that's Man City's shithouse, really. Like everyone says, Trafford rejected her. He's part of that group of players that rejected her. He did not. He accepted our deal, as did Burnley. But Man City had that wicked clause in respect to them to match any future offers to bring him back to the club.
Yeah.
So it was Man City's shithousery that signed him. Like, Trafford agreed and wanted to come to Newcastle. He was waiting for us. We were dicking around a little bit too long to get a Langer, to be honest.
We were dicking around with Trafford as well, though. It was a deal that should have been done last summer.
It was, yeah.
And then January, and then this summer.
Yeah, but we went to know that Man City had that clause in, which is a very, very clever clause. So
should have
got to respect the Man City. But they only signed him because they could.
Yeah.
They didn't need him.
Yeah, it's a Chelsea special, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Bring him back? Yeah, why not? Are we going to use him? Nah.
Even when they had Ederson, is he going to start over Ederson? No. Also, we'll sell Ederson and we'll get fucking
Doner kebab.
Doner kebab. So either way, he's still going to be one number 2. Whether we keep this goalkeeper or replace that goalkeeper, Trafford ain't starting for us. No. That was shithouse, really. Like Man City just absolutely played the fiddle there. Like,
he's been linked with a loan move already, Trafford, in January, because
get him in.
He says, because he says he wants game time ahead of the World Cup. Ahead of the World Cup.
He didn't want to go there.
He's in his young 20s, early 20s, and he needs to be playing football. And if he wants to be on that plane to America and Mexico and Canada for the World Cup, then he's going to have to be involved.
He did not want to go there to be number 2. He wanted to come to Newcastle to compete to be on number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. But Pope as well for the corner, man. He gets blocked off too easily. He's nowhere near. We've seen it many times from crosses no man's land for Nick Pope. And it's just that blunder in him, man. It's such a shame. He had a great first off. He's on course to get man of the match. That's what Sky was saying. He was going to get man of the match, and then he becomes, hero to zero real quick in stoppage time. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you would do. Would you get Ramsdale in for USG or Forest this weekend? Are you going to stick with Nick Pope? For me, I'd get Ramsdale in now. I'd just get him in. I said before, maybe Forest, you let Nick keep his spot for Champions League, or really going to try and play out the back away to USG. Don't know. But for me, it's time to see a bit on Ramsdale. See what he can do.
Yeah.
See if he's worth the permanent transfer at the end of it.
Yeah. Like, for me, like with when I do my lineup predictions and stuff, like, from the beginning of the season and until further notice, my prediction is going to be Nick Pope, because I've got confidence that Eddie Howe will stick with him.
Loves him.
If you were to ask us me personal preference, I'd go Ramsdale, but I'm not the manager. I don't pick the team. So yeah, me prediction is, until further notice, going to be Nick Pope.
Do you think if we had have signed Trafford, he would have started ahead of Pope, or would if he had to make his way in as well?
I think he would have had to have made his way in, but I think he'd be given more of a window than what Ramsdale is. Because Ramsdale's a bit older. Like, he's kind of had his moment as like the young up-and-coming player that didn't really kind of reach the levels that he was expected to do when he was Trafford's age. So, yeah, I think there'd be a bit more lenience with getting Trafford in quicker. Like, with Ramsdale, again, because he's on loan as well. He's a loanee who's what is he now? 28?
Trafford.
No, Ramsdale.
Oh, Ramsdale, about 28, I'd imagine.
He's a low knee. He's a 28-year-old low knee. So yeah, I think they're not really asked either way whether he plays or not. Like maybe he is going to be signed next year.
He could be. That'd be impressive.
Potentially to be the new number one as well, because maybe Pope might go in the summer as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know. But yeah, you would like to think that
27.
You're going to get a young in Trafford who's probably not as young as I think people expect him to be. Like, have a quick look at his age. I think he's like 23 or something. Isn't he? Like, I think people think of him as like 19, 20, but I think he's like 23 or
just
something.
to confirm, Aaron Ramsdale is 27 and James Trafford, I think he's about 24, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
22.
22.
Born in Carlisle.
Northerner.
She's 23 next month, to be fair. 23 in 10 days.
Yeah, so yeah, I think if we did get Trafford in, if he was a permanent signing with his age, who's a future potentially England number one maybe one day, I think we would maybe look to get him in a little bit more. I think, instead of like 27-year-old Ramsdale, who's currently on loan and kind of had his moment as a promising 22-year-old who didn't really quite live up to his expectations.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting thing to look at for Newcastle, whether we'll go for that or not. We kind of touched about it earlier, Kay, in terms of, 15th in the league. Are you worried? A lot of fans seem to be online yesterday, worried, concerned. We're not finding a way to win games. We're losing games at the end. Are you still in? Let's wrap that section up. All right in this. It's October this week, but it's still early days. 6 games in the league, 15th. Macklем's getting carried away because they're top 5. And to be fair, yeah, they've done really well. No, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well done. Yeah, they are doing way better than I expected. Yeah. Especially the result on the weekend.
As well. I seen a thing. It might be Downey that posted. I can't remember, but someone posted like the average points total of the 3 teams that came up over the past however many years. At this point with 6 games, and it's like single digits. It's like 6 or something like that between the 3 teams that came up. They've got 9 points up until this point, but this year between Burnley, Sunderland, and Leeds, they've got like 19 points or something between them. Like that,
right.
Like they're all absolutely smashing it. So,
and
credit to them.
We did our pre-season predictions, and I said all 3 teams could stay up.
Yeah.
I think I still did have Burnley at least to go down. But
one of them at least. Yeah.
But all of them could stay up. Leeds, they've invested a bit of money. Sunderland have spent money.
What a goal from stuff, by the way.
Burnley seemed difficult. And what a game he had. He was class one. He was brilliant for them. And they were unlucky to lose later on. So, it's it's a competitive league now, and they're doing well. I've got to say, I'm glad we're not playing them until December, to be honest. We haven't gelled yet. They definitely have. Yeah. We want whistles and everything.
We're playing them away first game.
I'd be 0-0.
First game's at Stadium of Light. Hopefully, I would have 0-0 written all over it if it was this Sunday.
Hopefully, by December, they fell off a little bit. They have the odd injury suspension, and we have Wissar in that back, and we're firing on all cylinders. But I'm not worried yet. I mean, match reaction yesterday, it was good. I had a bit of time to calm down. It wasn't instant match reaction. It was just a match reaction because at the time I was like, I'm worried, man. These last minute goals, we're not scoring enough. We're not gelling. A bit of hangover from the summer, I think. But listen, we've had some tough games. Long season ahead. Newcastle, I'll bring this up for you here. Newcastle, as we know, under Eddie Howe, to be fair, start season slow, don't we?
Yeah.
We start season slow. Newcastle won 1 of their opening 7 games in 22-23, and we ended up finishing 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it started terribly.
Last year, Newcastle were 12th with 20 points after 15 games. We ended up finishing 5th with a trophy. Mm-hmm. Best season ever. Best season ever. Yeah. That's what you were mentioning earlier on. So losing in Scottish time to
22-23
type of content.
It was 23-24, wasn't it, when Sandro scored on his debut against Villa, smashed them. Yeah. Then we went on and lost to Liverpool, City, and Brighton. Then after that, everyone was like, "Whoa!"
Meltdown. We got slapped off Brighton with Evan Ferguson's sensational hat-trick.
Yeah, that was an absolute pure meltdown because I think the game after that was AC Milan. First Champions League game, 0-0, wasn't the best of games.
No, it wasn't.
So yeah, we went in a pure meltdown after the first few games.
Yeah, and meltdowns easily happening now in football. 1 week you're the best team in the world, the next week that's how out and everyone's shit. Yeah. That's what some people are like.
It is unfortunately. Like you sing when you're winning, and when you're losing, you're raging.
Yeah, it is. Newcastle have just lost last minute Arsenal. I'll tell you what, if we get a result against UNSG, and most importantly for now, I think, because there's plenty of Champions League games to play. Beat Forest and then, win the next one and the international break and you come back there, Wissar's back. They take and turn really quick.
Yeah, of course it can.
They take and turn really quick. I know pre-season's been bad, the build-up's been bad, but, hopefully Wissar and Ramsey and that coming back, there's still light at the end of the tunnel and still a long season ahead. But we're, some negativities throughout the show, Greg, of course, because of recent results. But positives, we mentioned them earlier. Malik Chow, he looked brilliant. They didn't he? To be fair, I don't know if it's because of lack of sleep with the Ben. I was in and out of the Bournemouth game, and in my Bournemouth match reaction, I said he didn't look great. And a lot of people in the comments were saying, "Oh, he was really good." What you know about Matty? And I think I was just really focusing on the second yellow that he got away with.
Oh yeah, he had to come off, didn't he?
I mean, he was clumsy at the end. There, he was clumsy. He was lucky to get away with it, but
Jamal Lascelles getting on with that.
Oh well, look at that. He fucking dopey heads it backwards, and then it's gone over a corner. But Chow probably, I was probably too harsh on him in that game against Bournemouth. But yesterday against Arsenal, I thought he was fantastic. Really, really good. Can't wait to see more of him. At the minute, he's looking like an absolute bargain. From AC Milan. You can see 35, and you can see why they really didn't want to get rid of him. And another positive I've got here, okay, is obviously Nick Voltamada just scoring with the one and only opportunities he gets. I think it's 2 shots, 2 goals. I think he's 100% record. Put it on the header, and then this was apparently a 6'6" German international, and he can't use his head. They said before we're saying him, for his height, he's actually not that good a headering. He's looking all right to me. He's looking all right to me. And his first touch, brilliant. Technical, brilliant. We just need to get used to playing with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
But any more positives that you can bring up so far this season? I mean, you're mentioning there, it has been a tough fixture list. It has been difficult games. So
and it just come back to what I was saying before. Yeah, it has been a run of tough games that obviously Eddie Howe's trying to do something different that doesn't work. So hopefully we're going to get that changed. Just need a bit more out of Voldemar. Kind of like everyone else needs to learn his style of play because we're not playing with Isaac anymore. Particularly, obviously, the wingers outside of Alanga knew how to play with Isaac. Voldemar is a very, very different style of player. So, it's not like for like. Like, we're going to have to learn how to adapt with him, and it might even be the same when Wissa comes back. Like, whether he'll be straight in the starting lineup or not, I don't know. But, so I think good times are ahead. Like, I know everyone is... Excuse me. Everyone's, like, on a mad one right now, and it's understandable. I'm not saying people are getting too ahead of themselves. Like
it hasn't been great.
Sort of are, but I would just be a little bit more cautious and just wait for the next few weeks. Like I say, we've got a lot of things coming up, like Gordon getting back into his position, Valdemar getting back to match fitness, Wissa coming back from injury. Just like I say, a few wins on the belt, and this will all be forgotten about. Yeah,
it is. It's early doors. We just need to hopefully kick into things, gel a little bit, and get a couple of results on the spin, really, and just see a bit more in front of goal. Yeah, the defense hasn't been bad at all. We've lost the title contenders, both from Liverpool and Arsenal, really neck and neck on the 2 points at the top. So, let's hope we get a positive result, which we'll talk about soon for USG and Nottingham Forest. Cheers to Adam for that one. Congratulations, Matty, on the birth of your daughter. Thanks very much, mate. Appreciate that one. Someone up there asking about any news on Tino. So we're hoping that something would break this afternoon, really, so we could talk about it on the podcast. I thought it might have been, maybe tomorrow. Obviously, he went off on a stretcher yesterday against Arsenal. Didn't look good. He looked like he was in a lot of pain and tears. There's some reports circulating online that it's not as bad as first fear, but there's still no timeline on that. We still haven't had any official confirmation, so we shall wait and see. But hopefully word on Tino soon isn't too bad because, the lad's already suffered an ACL and he's short for so far.
He was like 19, 20 or something, didn't he? Yeah, he's already been there.
So we don't need that again after, a good start of the season. We hope that Tino news comes out soon and it's a positive one. Okay, then we are in Champions League action. Early doors Wednesday, 5:45 kickoff in Brussels. Well, I think it's actually in Anderlecht or something, isn't it? Out there, one of Lotto Park,
it's just on the outside.
The Euro Millions Park. Short allocation for the Toon Army, and we are going up against a very good side because you were looking at the results earlier from them of recent. Obviously, they had the Champions League opener against PSV Eindhoven away, and they won 3-1. At PSV.
It was a bit of a surprise result.
And in their league, they are flying. 2-0 against Anderlecht, beating Ghent away, Standard Liège. We've seen them in Champions League over the years, beat them 3-0. So they're in form.
Yeah.
They're running with confidence to beat Vesterloo, whoever that is. Yesterday,
We've got
2-0.
someone on loan to them.
Have we?
Yeah.
Vesterloo.
Yeah.
Is it the Spanish guy, Cadero?
It might be. I've got like a list on my phone because I'm a bit of a weirdo.
Actually, no, I think
Things
he's
like
in
that.
Holland.
Oh no, it's Cadero, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Cadero, yeah.
Oh, well, there we go. He's a knout. I don't think he's had much game time in half. He's not doing too well over there.
That was at the weekend. Yeah, Union SG beat Vesterloo 2-0. But yeah, they've been on a good run. Yeah, so beat Ghent 2-1, PSV in the Champions League 3-1. They've got a 1-0, a 2-0 against Anderlecht, 0-0, 3-0 against Standard Liège, and 3-2 against Ghent. So they've been unbeaten in the last seven or 8 games.
And they are the Belgian champions.
Yeah,
the champions of the
that
league.
is mad because it kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it? Because Anderlecht are probably the biggest team in Germany. People know about Standard Liège, Ghent, Genk, and Ghent, both of them. So
both of them.
They're all one of them two is always in the Europa League or something like that. So yeah, they're all pretty big teams that they've beaten there. So Ghent, Standard Liège, Anderlecht, and Genk, and then Vesterloo as well, and then PSV being the big one in the Champions League 3-1. They're absolutely firing them in.
They are on fire.
Yeah. You know what it is? Like a few years ago, I'd never even heard of them.
Nah, I didn't know them at all.
But like now, like they just came out of absolute nowhere. I don't know if they've had like a mad takeover or something.
I hope they came to the top.
But do you know who plays for them?
No.
Kevin McAllister.
Does he?
Actually does.
Oh, Home Alone sentence. Hopefully they leave him on a plane.
Look out for Kevin.
Kevin, good player.
Brother of Alexis.
Yeah.
Alexis
McAllister's brother. Yeah. Well, listen, the way they're playing with that confidence and scoring goals for fun. Gonna ruin everything, Kevin. It's gonna ruin everything, Kevin. Send him to the loft. But it's gonna be a tough game, man. In that little tight packed arena as well. And we're not on the best of form. Like, this is one of them when the fixtures came out and you think, oh, well, that's an alright chance for it to get a result. And it still is.
They were one of the ones that I've seen where we drew, and I thought, fucking bang on. No worries. Like, 3 points easy that is. But now I'm looking at it like,
no, it's close at that time. Like,
wrote me this one.
And I tell you who to look out for as well. We obviously had Cecil from the FTV in the box yesterday. Big up Cecil. His mate, Promise, plays for USG.
Do you promise?
And he promises he's a really good player.
Right.
And he's a forward and he just scored goals. So have a look out for him. Promise Akmapalu. He's meant to be a real talent there. 7 matches so far, 4 goals in the Belgian Pro League. He's due a big move, to be fair.
Hope he's not like Quincy Promise.
No, that's who I thought of when he said Promise. Canadian professional player, 24 years old. Honestly, Cecil knows his football. He's been involved in it himself. He used to be a player. He's been with an agency and all that. And he says he could easily play for a Premier League team. Huh? Easily play for like a top 10 Premier League team. So get a bet on him midnight for first goal. Promise. I fucking will be after what Cecil was down this. But he looks like a good player. You mentioned there Kevin McAllister. But you know it is. It's obviously just as a team, and when you're flying at the top of that league, maybe if it was at our place, it would be more difficult for them. But you know, I think it could be a tougher test than what a lot of people think. Yeah, this game against Union Saint-Jacques. I honestly look at their squad list.
That was Ivan Perisic there.
It's close.
Ivan Pavlic.
Like
Perisic.
I'll look out for him and all. Yeah, honestly, don't know many of the players, but they are obviously a decent outfit.
Yeah, definitely.
And there will be a tough team. Fabian Schalke returned for Newcastle Keg for this one.
Oh, yeah.
After the concussion protocols. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Union are captained by English-born defender Christian Berges, who used to play for Hartlepool, Peterborough and Portsmouth.
Make that damn big.
Unbeaten USG in all 9 league games so far this season. Wow. 19 games, including last season.
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
All right, then. I'll get a bet on that one then.
And they're actually having to play away from their usual home stadium because their Marianne Stadium only holds 9,500 fans. So as I mentioned, this game is going to be at
smaller than Bournemouth.
I know this game is going to be at Lotto Park. So what do we think? What's the score prediction for that one? Let us know in the comments, people.
Goodness.
I'm honestly not too confident.
I've got no idea.
I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to bullshit you as per usual. I'm not too confident. I'm hoping for a 0-0. I'll take it.
I love a 0-0.
He's 5 at the back. Yeah, come on.
0-0.
5 at the back. 0-0.
Masterclass.
Yeah, poopy. Master. Knee shots on target. Let's take it. 0-0. Okay. I'll take it. Get a point on the board in this Champions League format. Yeah, we've got some good home ties coming up. Yeah, let's get a result. Honestly,
I really don't know.
I had to know. I think it could be 2-1 either way. Something like
2-1,
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
I think away from home, you know how it is. I'd maybe even take a 0-0.
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
just to get a point, like just something like I said, with this Champions League format, a point on the board. It's not the worst. Like we've got some pretty decent ties.
The
Like,
home game's gonna have to get points.
At the beginning, like when the draw came out, these probably on paper look like the easiest team, but now we've divulged into it. And knowing that they're the Belgian champions, they're 19 games unbeaten, they beat PSV 3-1. You think these are no pushovers? This is a pretty hard game. So especially when you go away, maybe you would take a point.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think got to be looking at the likes of PSV at home. They beat PSV 3-1 away. So it's PSV at home, so we need to be picking up points. And
definitely,
it's not the end of the world of this one. Someone's saying their meltdown if we don't win on Wednesday. Imagine the meltdown.
If we lose, maybe it's a different story. I think it draws.
Oh, he's saying that. You're saying aye. So he's saying that if we don't win, it'll be a meltdown.
So who else we got? PSV,
Benfica,
and
we should get the list from you, shouldn't we?
Bilbao at home.
Aye, Bilbao at home.
That's it.
Marseille, PSG away.
Yeah.
Leverkusen away.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think there should be a meltdown if we don't win. I think a draw would be all right because fair enough if this was the group stages again.
Oh yeah, you need them.
Got more games. Got 8 games here. We've got 7 games left, including this one.
Yeah.
So we should be all right, man. We should be all right. But we've got We will win 3-0. Shout there 2-1 Newcastle. 2-1. 2-1 US.
Over 3-0.
2-1 US. 3 goals.
I know. When was the last time we scored 3 goals?
It's not Bradford. Shiny. We're away from home.
I always scored 3 goals last week.
2-1 there USG. 3-1 Newcastle. 3-0 Newcastle. So some confidence there, to be fair. Some confidence there. 2-1 says someone else said. George 2-1. 9-0.
Oh,
there we go.
Or is it 0-9?
Yeah, it's 0-9, thankfully. We don't want 9-0 USG, do we? Eddie's Wounded Mags, 3-0. Big up Geordie Crow F, who's a member as well. Right, well, we hope you's all right. How positive everyone is in the comments for that scoreline. Let's have a brief finish and a quick look towards Sunday's game because it does feel big now with being 15th in the league and all the rest of it. It's against Forest. It's Elliot Anderson's homecoming. The lad that's been tipped for England next year. He's shined since getting picked.
He's got to be.
From Tickle. He has.
Unless he's injured, if he's not on that plane to America next year, he'll be livid.
Livid.
He's played 2 games for his country. He's man of the match in both of them.
Was he officially?
He was, yeah. That's man of the match, yeah.
That's class, but also gutting.
No.
Also gutting that he doesn't play for the tune anymore.
Got one of them match clauses in, do we?
No,
probably not.
No,
they know clever like that.
Why don't we have a Trafford special in there? That's what we should. A Trafford release clause special. That's what we needed in the Elliot Anderson deal. And Mint, that'd be fair. He's been unreal this season.
See his cross the other day.
See his cross.
Banged it in, left foot.
See his goal the week before. Should have just had him in a Langer. You know what I mean? Instead of a Langer.
55 million.
Great. But yeah, Tony's there saying we can't get Big Ange. Nobody's been Big Ange yet at Forest. He's had a stinking start. Yeah. He's already looking down these interviews. He's miserable. He's winless. Man, it's not just who we are, mate. It's just who we are. So, getting bit off Sunderland at home as well. That's poor. I know they've had a good season, but so far. But dear me, Elliot Anderson, homecoming. He wouldn't do that, would he? Last minute winner.
Why would you say that?
I just know. Nick Pope spills a back post. Anderson tucks it in, no celebration.
Elliot Anderson bangs it down the bar. He couldn't do that. No.
Fucking hell.
Sky is one right round the fucking Gallagher stand.
Nah, honestly, I think we'll get better winning ways in that one. I think we'll be Forest 2-0. I think we'll beat them 2-0.
Yeah, based on their running. And, I like Forest, but deserve it. The owner deserves it.
I hate the owner. I like the club.
What a fucking bell chop he is.
Sausage. Big Greek sausage.
Yeah, like fucking
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Say that.
No, I can't say that. I love you.
Gibbs waiting and he got murdered for wanting to move. So we best not. Great owner.
Respect the Forest and the Greeks.
Yeah, fantastic owner.
Love them all.
Always good decisions down there.
But yeah, I mean, sacking Nuno's like one of the least deserved sacking managers since probably Chris Hughton. He was doing a great job. Like he did last year, and even at the beginning of this year, he was doing a great job.
Great.
But just because he wasn't Greek, he just you're not good enough for me, mate. So yeah, got Ange in, and I haven't won a game since.
Haven't won a game. Could he beat Swansea in the cup?
Yeah, like I feel for the fans, obviously, and like and the players, but
It's a good ground
for
for
the
fans.
owner, like you're a dickhead. Like,
You got the Greek actually, haven't they?
There's absolutely no.
Well, he spends money, like, but he's a lunatic. Might spend, but he's still mental.
Yeah, like Nuno done absolutely nothing wrong to warrant the sack. It was the
unbelievable he was for them.
Joke.
Nuno was amazing for Forest.
Yeah, so
Nuno's now taking charge of West Ham in 40 minutes time against Everton. His first game. Fourth Premier League team in about 4 years.
Yeah, I've seen the news come out, and I've seen. I think someone in our group chat put it in that Graham Potter had been sacked, and I tapped my dad about it, and my dad goes, "Oh, I wonder who they get in." I was like, "Wait, Nuno's the best and only manager available off the top of my head that I can think of." Then, literally, like 40 minutes later, bang, he signed. All right, they've had that in the works for a while. Like the second they seen he was getting sacked from Forest, they must have thought, if Potter loses one more game, I swear to God, we're gonna sack him and get him in.
He didn't even get a chance this week, did he? You think, I give him a couple of games for the international break. Potter had to go. I think Nuno's a good appointment for West Ham. I think he'll do well there. Yeah, he'll do well. He's a good manager.
What he done for Forest,
Wolves
deserves a good chance.
Like Spurs.
West Ham's a good team, but they've just been shit this season. So there's plenty of time. They've acted quick. Well, 6 league games in, and they might be fine after this. This might be a bit of a long season, but at least Nuno done a cracking job for Forest, and Potter was shit. So
and Big Ange must have been in charge when we beat Spurs 6-1, was he? Oh no, it was a temporary manager, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Scalini or something.
What was he called? Was it Conte's assistant?
Scalini, I think. But he's definitely been up there when we battered them, or we beat them. We even beat them away. We had a good record at Spurs later, to be fair. But Sunday,
it's got to be based on their recent run in. Like Ange has had them playing pretty poorly. Pardon me. Ooh. So this is an opportunity. Nuno Allardyce like that.
Nuno Allardyce.
He really is.
He is. Gets results though.
I was going to say Ange is more of an Allardyce. Ange Allardyce. I fancy ourselves in this one at home against a team that's struggling, a good team. So this might be the game that the bounce back from. But
I've just remembered.
Not like to think that way. I'd like to be a bit more on the positive side. Keep this run going for Forest, because like I say, they deserve it with that shithousery management swaps. I don't like that at all. So fuck Forest and fuck
Marinakis.
Elliot Anderson. No, don't fuck Elliot Anderson.
I'm not confident anymore. I've just remembered.
Matt Sells is in goal.
And who plays up front for Nottingham Forest?
That striker that plays for Nottingham Forest.
Chris Woodnaldo.
Oh, Naldo.
Woodnaldo. Look at him on Boxing Day. Ruined my Christmas 2 years ago. Scored 2 great goals. Alanga as well. Let's see. Could Alanga get his first bloody assist or goal against his former side, please?
That would be amazing.
That would be a nice story, wouldn't it? Because at the minute, I'm thinking Wood's just going to bag against us again.
96th minute winner Alanga. Bosh.
Every time Wood scores against us, he's like, I remember when all you used to take the piss out of me. Look at me now.
I was shite, did you?
Look at me now. Chris Woodman, he's going to score. Anderson's going to score. Let's just hope we score 3. Right, Alanga hat-trick, 3-2.
I'm telling you, Voldemort 2, Alanga, 96th minute winner.
It would be nice to win in the last minute for a change instead of conceding. But in all seriousness, we really do need to win this game in the Premier League on Sunday. Yeah, during the week in the Champions League, obviously you want to see a result, but for me, it's whatever happens, it's not the end of the world. We'll still have 6 matches to go in the Champions League. But we could be lingering. We already are.
Is it 1 win?
Relegation zone.
Wolves only win. 1 win.
Wolves are the only win. That's what I mean. So if you got Forest at home, you don't beat them. You're starting to fall behind. What could be? I don't even know. Could be right. We could be in the relegation zone maybe if we don't. If we don't win this weekend, and other teams around us win. By the time we play on Sunday as well, we could be thick in it. And let's just have a look at the table now. We're 2 points above Burnley.
First 17.
2 points above Burnley. If Burnley won, West Ham now play tonight. West Ham could go level on points with us. So they'd be Everton.
Oh yeah, man.
No.
Who are they playing?
Everton away. Draw written all out. Nuno, hot the bus. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-2. Fuck it, 3-2.
I go 2-1.
2-1.
As long as we win, I couldn't give a shit at this point.
I just want 3 points, man. I just want to
1-0 scrappy win. I just want 6-5. That'll be
the winning feeling. I just want the winning
3 points on the board.
If it's not the League One side, I don't know what it feels like to win. Right then, people, thanks very much for tuning in to this week's podcast. Thanks to Anarchy Brewery for hosting us as well. And final one, standing for supporting the show. Please do subscribe to Magpie Channel TV if you haven't already. Give Will a like and enjoy yourself.